This is something that's woken me up. This fight scares me. Plays in my mind at night. It's hard to sleep. I had two options. Run away or say, you will not stop me.
It's all the strength work that they've asked of me. I haven't said that anything's too much and I can't do it. I've always given my best in the gym. And in terms of the power, you're going to have to tune in December 19th on Netflix to see if this right hand still carries the power that it did at 250 pounds.
Before the first bell had even sounded, fear had already crept into the conversation, and it showed clearly when Jake Paul watched Anthony Joshua tear through the pads in camp. This wasn't hype or social media smoke. It was raw heavyweight violence in motion. Joshua's hands were fast, his power frightening, and every combination snapped with the intent of a man preparing to end a fight early. Each punch felt like a warning, not just to Paul, but to anyone questioning what a focused elite heavyweight can do. Paul, known for choosing smart opportunities and managing risk, didn't laugh it off or brush it aside. Instead, he saw the truth staring back at him on the screen. He admitted this is the most dangerous challenge he has ever accepted, a fight where confidence meets consequence and where one mistake against a locked-in Anthony Joshua could change everything in an instant.
High risk, but guess what? It's very high reward. If he pulls this out, he is unequivocally the owner of boxing. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, it was an honor to be invited to America to come and perform in front of some amazing people, the Miami crowd, the international crowd. So I just said it's got to be done. They want to see some good punches thrown and some knockouts, and we're going to deliver. Jake Paul, he got some big balls, and I've got to give him respect for taking this fight because I'm fucking ready.
Does he understand there's a lot of risk? Yes. Does he know Anthony Joshua can put him to sleep? Absolutely. But he has this sense of belief, this sense of clarity that it's his time.
I think at the end of the day, I'm a kid with a big heart that wants to change the world, disruptor, and I never took no for an answer, and I'm just chasing my dreams, having fun.
At the open workout before his massive collision with Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua moved with the calm menace of a heavyweight who knows exactly who he is. Every punch he slammed into the pads carried weight, speed, and purpose, while his footwork stayed sharp and controlled, a clear reminder of why he once ruled the division. There was no smiling, no showboating, only focus. When Joshua spoke to the media, his words were even colder than the punches. He made it clear this is not a circus or a sideshow moment. To him, this is real boxing, real risk, and real consequences. Joshua said he's preparing the same way he would for any elite opponent, planning to unleash full power and ruthless intent when they finally collide in Miami. The message was unmistakable. This isn't about hype or headlines. It's about proving that experience, discipline, and heavyweight force still matter when the lights come on. Under the brightest global spotlight. Jake Paul has made it crystal clear that he's not stepping into this fight to survive or play a supporting role. He's coming with belief, intent, and a genuine conviction that he can beat Anthony Joshua. Paul continues to frame this matchup as exactly what he chases in boxing: the biggest name, the biggest risk, and the brightest spotlight. He knows the odds are stacked against him and that most fans expect Joshua to dominate, but that only fuels his confidence. Paul says he thrives when doubt surrounds him, preparing to turn skepticism into shock. In his mind, this isn't fantasy or hype, it's opportunity. He believes one perfect night, one clean moment, can flip the script and deliver one of the most stunning upsets the sport has ever witnessed worldwide live under unforgiving lights.
It's testament to hard work. and every single day dedicating yourself to a craft, pushing through when you don't want to be there, and it all pays off in the long run. And believing in yourself, setting goals that people think are impossible. That's really what my story is all about, and that I hope to inspire kids at home. I set these goals, everyone laughs at them, and then I'm the one laughing in the end. Yeah, one of us is going to sleep. That's what we're going to do here. That's what this heavyweight fight's all about.
There you go.
In press conferences and interviews, Paul has laid out a clear plan built on movement, speed, and strict tactical discipline. He believes constant angles and sharp footwork can disrupt Anthony Joshua's rhythm and drain his power. Paul says he isn't looking for reckless exchanges, but a measured fight where patience becomes a weapon. His confidence comes from the idea that he can stay elusive, avoid clean shots, and slowly chip away at the former heavyweight champion. Over 8 rounds, Paul trusts his conditioning, timing, and strategy to frustrate Joshua, control the pace, and prove he belongs at this dangerous level.
Some time now, there's some questioning whether he actually meant that. Do you feel that you've earned some credibility amongst boxing purists now?
I'm trying to track who the boxing purists are. Like, where are they? You know, like, who are these people that we talk about? How pure are they? They can do that. They go to church every day. Oh, really?
Feel like you've earned some respect for those guys.
I don't know. I don't know who they are or where they are. Like, it's like this team gallery that doesn't exist. Like, bro, where are these people? I don't see them on Twitter anymore. It's dead. It's dead.
A lot of people do analyse your boxing skills. In terms of your achievement, what do you think the big improvement you've made as a fighter in the last 5 years?
Yeah, I mean, I would say the footwork, defense, having the experience on the fight night, staying calm, jab, combinations, body work, countering, feints. Like, there's a lot of...
Paul's mindset has reached an extreme level as fight night closes in, declaring he's ready to die in the ring if that's what victory demands, a statement that reveals total commitment and dangerous belief. He's made it clear he isn't showing up to survive Anthony Joshua. He's coming to knock him out and shock the world with what he calls the biggest upset in sports history. As a heavy underdog against a former 2-time world heavyweight champion, Paul speaks with unwavering confidence, insisting one of them is getting put to sleep and he's ready to seize that moment. Joshua, meanwhile, has addressed Paul's boxing with measured respect, acknowledging the serious work and discipline behind his unconventional rise. He says he sees a fighter genuinely trying to perfect his craft, not just a celebrity chasing noise, which helps explain why this matchup has captured global attention. Still, Joshua makes no apologies about the gap in elite experience, stressing that years at the highest level give him the edge, and he plans to impose that reality by controlling the fight, draining Paul's confidence, and breaking him down mentally and physically when they finally collide under the brightest lights on fight night.
A hard one to gauge, right? He fights opponents that aren't your traditional boxing opponents with this point of his career. When you look at him, his ability, can you rank him compared to the guys that you have fought in your career? Where would he rank?
The top level. Yeah, it'll be something who will fought how young in the train. Yeah, someone who thought I'm saying. I don't know who that. That maybe someone who thought.
Anthony, Charlotte Daly from Daily Mail. I was actually talking to Eddie Hearn recently about this matchup with Jake Paul, and he was saying about the Daniel Dubois defeat, and that potentially it was more painful than people may have anticipated or imagined. Taking a fight with Jake Paul, trying to find that fun again and that enjoyment again.
Boxing not such a fun sport.
Across the boxing world, concern continues to grow as professionals, champions, and promoters question the legitimacy, safety, and long-term impact of Jake Paul facing Anthony Joshua. While many admit the fight is a massive commercial success, very few see it as a true sporting contest. Voices like Carl Froch warn it could damage Joshua's legacy, framing it as a cash-out rather than a path back to greatness, while others argue AJ has earned the right to choose health, wealth, and opportunity over risk. Amir and multiple analysts have issued stark warnings, stressing that Joshua's size, power, and elite experience create a genuinely dangerous scenario where one clean punch could change a life. Even Eddie Hearn has labeled it a catastrophic mismatch, admitting the money makes it tempting but the danger impossible to ignore. Paul's camp remains confident, pointing to his rapid development and belief, while skeptics see an influencer stepping into waters far too deep. That's what makes this fight impossible to ignore. Is Jake Paul about to shock the world, or is Anthony Joshua about to deliver a brutal reminder that boxing isn't a game? Drop your prediction in the comments, smash that like button, share this video with every boxing fan you know, and subscribe now for non-stop fight breakdowns, updates, and explosive boxing content.